as she said.
Yes.
Follow me on the gram. Do a little bit of a partial highlight. That's always fun, right? What I'm going to show you guys is about being efficient, effective, and make some more money. How about that?
Yes, that's a good thing. How about you, Kat?
And good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name is Collett, Cat Colors on Instagram. And this is my model, Arlie. And this is what I get a lot behind the chair. I have guests who are level 5 and below, wanting to be platinum, wanting to be light. And so I'm going to be utilizing Blonde AF because she wants to be blonde as today. And so we're going to be lightening her.
It's always so cute when
Kat
talks like that.
know.
Like, that's the way I talk.
Well, thanks.
You took my line, Kat. Okay, so you guys, everybody that I talk to has an issue, or maybe it's just me because I'm a terrible hairdresser, but perfecting the power piece, right? The money piece, whatever you guys want to say. So my little trick right here is going to be the tiniest, thinnest baby light that you possibly could do. We're going to do 3 of those, you guys. Back to what I always say, painting with numbers with Ruby Devine. So it's going to be 3 is going to be the basic art composition. 3 is going to give me 1 focal point and 2 access points. But whenever you guys can apply math and systems to anything that you're going to do, it's going to create something that you're going to be able to repeat consistently and become more efficient and more effective with it over time. And that's where I'm talking about making more money, right, guys? If you guys can be faster and do dope shit, you're going to make more money doing it.
That's absolutely right. When this client comes back in however many weeks, it's a lot easier to get that appointment finished, right? To get through the process if you're doing like something that you can follow later, right?
Right.
All right, and on my girl, I wanted to show you guys, so I just did a really tight tease in here. That way I could get a nice grow out for her. She doesn't want root maintenance every 4 to 6 weeks. This is gonna be perfect for those guests that wanna be blonde but don't wanna come in that often. So I just fingered out that little piece of hair right here to maintain like the brightness around her face. And then I'm pulling it back in before I saturate the lightener, and that's gonna keep the lightness right around her face and not drop.
And did you guys tell us what you mixed there?
Oh, no, I did not. It's Blonde AF, and I actually custom mixed a volume. I did 8 or 6 and 10, so I created an 8 volume. And I love low and slow. I'm going to use a really low developer. I'm going to let it sit for the hour, and if I need to re-lighten her, I will. But I don't want to go in with a 30 or 40 volume, blow out that cuticle, and damage her hair. You guys can see how silky and soft her hair still is, and that was just 1 day of lightening.
Yeah, and keep in mind, guys, Blonde AF, can lift up to 9 levels. So you can do quite a bit when you are talking low and slow.
So also, yeah, it definitely gets at 9 levels. The lightener that I was using before Pulp Riot did not do that for me. I will say the other thing about our lightener is that the consistency is very powdery. So I'm a big fan of mixing with a scale, so I get even and consistent results all the time with that. And also because I'm a salon owner, so I'm going behind all my stylists. I'm like, don't you waste a gram of that. So for mine, for Chelsea here, she's like, like most hairdressers, she wants to be blonde, but we're going to do it low and slow. The other trick to this, you guys, I didn't talk about was my first foil is going to go all the way to the scalp. The second foil is going to go about a quarter of an inch away from the scalp. And the third foil is about a ½ an inch to 1 inch. That's automatically going to build up that gradient also and give me that nice pop in the front. Does that sound dope?
Yes.
So 6 volume right here, guys. We're not going to compromise her hair. She's going to be able to sit up here and act like we just, do it like it in the salon. It's going to take me 15 minutes to do this in the salon, probably 45 minutes in front of you guys.
You guys are witnessing history today. Because Ruby's losing her voice, this is the only time I will ever be louder than her on stage.
I did this for you.
So what I did was saturate my whole section with my hand, using it as like a little board there. And then I'm laying it on the foil and putting even more product on. I did a really thin section because if you take too thick of a section, it's not going to lighten evenly, and then you're going to have to do numerous processes. So think about a smaller section. You're going to have to do less work, even though it seems a little bit slower at the beginning.
Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about with this, you guys, now I'm just going to go in and put some pivot foils in there. On this side, I only did 4. This is her heavier side. I'll probably do about 5. But one of the things that we don't take into consideration when we're placing color is just like we do with haircuts, right? You guys can see where that pivot of where those money piece foils are. It's absolutely where her bang would lay anyway, right? So then so on and so forth, you'll see on this finished side that I pivoted that past the apex of her crown, right? So all these foils are going to spill, and it's going to give me a much bigger end result with less time. Does that sound dope?
Yeah.
Come on, guys, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Also, her hair is a little bit of a finer texture, so I utilize Zurich, which is our flexible hold hairspray. A little spritz right at the base just to give me a little like zhuzhing area there.
Sure.
I don't want to put it in the area where I'm lightening though, because I don't want it to create a barrier for the lightener.
Right.
But I want to show you guys this part. This is so satisfying. It's like one of those ASMR videos. So to fold this, because I don't want to create like a whole bunch of like weird layers in it, hold the top and the bottom and just fold it in and then seal it with your fingers, right? Ooh, satisfying. Ah. And then the other side, seal it with your fingers again. Okay? Nice.
And can you guys tell us, I know you didn't do this today, but I know a lot of the artists do end up like customizing with the clay lightener and the Blonde AF together. Can you talk about that?
I do that a lot for retouches. You guys have those blonde Rexics that refuse to go more than 3 to 4 weeks for their retouches. If you guys mix the clay and the regular Blonde AF together, clay is automatically built and designed to not swell and to not go on other things. So by mixing the two, you're still going to get all the power of the traditional blonde AF, you know, a blue lightener, but you're not going to have that swelling issue. So I love that for retouches. How about you?
Oh, I love using it all the time. I like creating when I'm like doing a balayage. Once again, all my guests are like mostly level 2s or 3s, and they want to be blonde, but they don't want a whole bunch of warmth in their hair. So I use that punch from Blonde AF, but I want the consistency of clay lightener.
And with clay lightener in the past, you know how it is. It's like, yeah, great, it's stay put, but it'll lift like a level and a half. You know, if you have dark clients, you can like used to never be able to use clay. Now you can use clay, which ours will go up to 7 levels, which is impressive. But they're right, you throw a little Blonde AF there, and then now you're getting like full power, but you're still getting stay put. A lot of times people will even use the mix. They'll do it like on the top of the balayage where they're really worried about the stay put feature and the blend, and then on the bottom they'll go with like straight up Blonde AF because that's where you want it to be like thinner consistency and way more saturation, right?
Okay, so with efficiency, really quick, I just want to show you guys this. So as I'm pivoting, you guys see how wide my section is going. One of the things I think about is that we don't use our tools to the best of our ability. Why not do an unripped foil, and I can get that damn thing to wrap halfway around her head. So thinking about that, because I want her to be a bit rooted, I'm doing a faux balayage, as we all do, right? I don't mind that these hairs are going to stretch past and actually not make it in. What I need incubated, what I need to stay in place, will be still held in place with the foil the way that I'm doing it. Does this make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Think outside the box.
And consultation is definitely key when it comes to blonding. You know, no one wants a guest to leave upset. So if you're real with them from the get-go, always like hold your own integrity. Don't tell someone you're going to get them platinum if you don't think you can. Like unless if they're like, they come in and they're a unicorn and they're naturally level 8 and you look at them with lightener and they're platinum all of a sudden, then don't say they're going to be platinum. I like to always under-promise and over-deliver. So you might leave warm today. I always say that if I'm blonding someone. And if I get them ashy, hallelujah. Like, that's awesome. But, like, it's not always possible to get everyone ashy. So set yourself up for success.
One of the things that we do in the salon as well is we talk about that we can't guarantee more than 4 levels. And then in the off chance,
You're there.
You're cutting me out. That's so rude. All right, here we go. We got some finished models. What do you guys think?
Beautiful. What'd you do there, Ruby?
All right, so here we go. This is a finished long version of my model. And that partial highlight, you can see all that impact that I did. And that power piece perfectly there. She looks amazing.
And on Andrea here, we did the exact same technique, except I like fingered her hair all the way up to the top because she doesn't have bangs. And I overlaid her with fashion color, so you guys could see a different way that you can utilize this blonding technique. It's a mixture of jam and mercury at the base into lava and candy on the ends.
Amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.